Yeah, so make sure you try to like lean forward a little bit so you can stay in the shot. That.
I can't believe you did
Shorty
this.
all up on my dick and get her off. She said she wanna cuff, I don't fuck with the low. She said she falling for me, I'ma let her fall. She said she falling for me, I'ma let her fall. I can't be labeled, that's no goofy loving thoughts. I'm tryna stack my money, go feed the whole block. Little bitch, I'm racing to the top. And my hustle is one thing, can't let him knock, no. Damn, it's ballin' on niggas, just coming down wall. At the top and I will never fall. Ain't too dangerous, we get the aim and then pop it off and watch his little body fall. Poppin' my shit, getting money, this shit steady coming ever since the Tyler I bought. Bitch, you for just how you coming, you talking, you mumbling, and I don't deal with that at all. Don't get up out of your feelings and into your bag. In school you was crying to the stall. I had to exit my L's and make some more W's out and I know who to call. I do not fuck with you soon as I see you, I'm cutting. You sad to say you ain't my dog. Flexing with your mama money, yo boy you so funny, just stop, you a fake, you a fraud.
Alright man, what's up everybody, man? Welcome to another interview. Welcome to the Underground by Love City. Today we got in the studio, man, one of the first youngsters that I started working with as far as like helping them push his music. Damieon Da Don, man. Damieon,
What's up? Glad to have you.
So you from the city, right?
Chicago, Lower West Side.
Alright, what part of the city? Lower West Side, what neighborhood is that?
Pilsen neighborhood.
Okay. Alright, so how long you been rapping?
Shit, since like, as far as I can remember, like, since 3. Not really rapping though, but like being in the back of the car, you know, like singing Gucci Man songs, all that, like all the rap shit. Cause my pops used to play all that. So like, I'd be in the back knowing word for word. And then I got older, and as I got older, like that shit, I was like, right damn, this rapping shit cool. Like, I could really do this.
So I'm gonna tell people how I found out you could rap.
Man.
So you slept over my son's. You spent the night by my son's house, right?
Yeah.
How old are you guys? Like 11 years old?
Yeah, like 12, 13.
Y'all recorded something on his phone. I
Yeah.
guess you were trying to teach him how to rap.
Yeah. Cause I was already doing it, and I didn't want to do that shit. I felt embarrassed a little bit by myself, so I was like, no, my homie right here, he want to do this shit too. So like, fuck it, we gonna make a song tonight.
Right. So they recorded a song, and then my nephew Tony, he's like, "Hey Drake, look, I got check this out. Like you ain't supposed to hear this, but look at what these dudes recorded yesterday." So I listened to it, man. I was laughing, right? Because first of all, my son, that was his first actual try at rapping, and obviously it was terrible. But then I listened to your part. I mean, you was talking crazy though. Like you talked about that shit. Like man, like, you was talking some crazy shit on there. But like your melody, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, like there was a part you said, man, that caught my attention. Like, oh,
Drake got the juice, yeah.
Yeah. So when you said that bar, I like, whoa, shit, like that shit sounded good.
I just touched down, sold a brick of a half a pound. I just fucked your bitch, made her suck my dick, then lay her down. Then she started fronting, so I called that bitch a hoe ass clown. Yeah, a hoe ass.
So that's when I asked you like how long you've been rapping. You told me how long you've been writing, and you actually remember you showed me your notebook.
Yeah.
So you got he actually got a notebook like full of written shit on there, man. So that let me know like he was for real putting in the work. So do you remember the first time you went to the studio, or the first time you actually recorded? Do you remember we went over there by Little Village?
Yeah. With your friend?
Yeah.
Beginners, you didn't even know how to do it right.
So the studio that we went to wasn't even a real studio, right? Because I seen the potential in you right away, right? But I needed you to get comfortable, like actually recording and listening to yourself. But at the same time, like we got like no budget. We don't even really know nobody with a studio. So they was doing a little community-based thing in Little Village where it was like free studio time. And bro, it was really literally like a microphone in the middle of the room. There was no booth, nothing. And you guys did that song, right? And I remember even then, you could tell like you were a little bit uncomfortable. You tell us about how you felt, like what were you feeling when that was going on?
It's because I was like little as hell, and like I didn't even. I'm seeing other niggas like go in the studio like famous rappers and just spit their shit like right, just genuine flow like. And then me, I'm trying to like, I'm panicking. I'm like, how I'm gonna do this? Like, damn, this shit's a little too high. He gotta lower it. I'm scared to tell him I'm all shy and shit. Like, but now I get the hang of it though. Like it's.
Yeah, he was so little that they had to actually like the dude had to come and bring the mic down because he couldn't reach the mic. You know.
Say like you mean it, man.
So then remember, after that we found another studio that was a little bit more professional and more importantly was still free. With Add 2, remember we was going on the south side?
Yeah.
So and you got to meet other young artists while we were there, right? So did that make you feel a little more comfortable seeing other people that was the same age as you trying to do the music?
Yeah, because they were like a little older too, and they were like, shit, as a kid you grow up and like shit changes. You're gonna like come out your comfort zone. It's gonna feel way better rapping and shit. Like, and what they told me, it was like true. That shit.
So how'd you feel the first time you actually like heard yourself after you went to the studio, recorded it, and was playing it back?
I always been a squeaker, so it's like the first time I was like, I don't like it. I don't fuck with it at all. But I made this one song and it was decent and I fuck with it. But as I got older, my voice kind of changed and like it wasn't it. I was like, I gotta take the song down. It's like, nope.
Yeah. So I mean, you always. I thought it was dope because you could tell how young he was. His voice was like super, you know what I'm saying? Like still light. But I always know like you'd be like, man, I don't like it, whatever. But I'm like, man, it's raw, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like I always told you, like it's whatever you trying to do, you know? I'm just here to give you my opinion.
What'd you do today, Damien?
I made a fire ass song.
You made a what?
Fire ass song.
Where can people find it?
YouTube at Dameion and Dre. I've been fighting my demons, just getting worse and worse. I feel like I'm stuck on a curse. I've been seeing visions till my bro's dead in the hurt. Their mama's crying cause they hurt. I'm just trying to tell y'all, keep it going for that time. Because you know these bullets burn. You was
Walking on a good path, but that man I seen it, you fucked around and took a turn. Just trying to make it out of the hood, cause these niggas up and now it's no good. I'ma make
But that song had like 4,000 views on YouTube, just the audio. It was going crazy. I was even upset when you took it down. Like, damn, man, that's like you got the most views on there. You took it down.
That voice, I was just playing back. Like, damn, what the fuck? My voice was really that squeaky. I'm like, should have kept it up though. That was a decent song.
All right, so like, how like, obviously like a lot of people know you do music now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So has that changed people around you, or has that changed the way you look at other people? Like, it's a bunch of new people trying to reach out to you. Not that you're super famous, right? But like,
local
people know you do music.
Like, I mean, people act the same around me, but I distance myself from a lot of people. I don't really hang around a lot of people that I used to hang around with and shit. So like, I just be dolo. I'm focused on my music shit. Now, nobody has really tried to like come out and talk to me all because I got a little tiny clout or whatever. Still the same shit.
All right, then I obviously like people want to know like, man, what is he, man? Like, because you could tell like you're mixed, right? Like, are you black? Are you white? Are you Mexican? You want to talk about a little bit about that?
Yeah, I'm black and Mexican.
So growing up right in the city, especially like in the neighborhoods, because I grew up in the same neighborhood you're growing up in now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the gang element always been real heavy right there. How does that affect the way you do music, or you just even the way you move, right? Because I mean, just in the time that I've known you, I've seen a lot of people that used to be around you, but they kind of like dove into that lifestyle. Like, some passed away, some got locked up, or some are just out here just wilding out, right? So, how does that affect you, being around that?
Well, I mean, like, I lived in Pilsen my whole life. Like, I seen like so much shit, and like everybody that was around me and shit. Like, they all dove off into that life, and you know me, I had parents and shit, so like, I couldn't be on that. My dad was on my ass. School, do what you gotta do. You gotta be successful in life. You can't be no bum out here. So I started to see that shit, like, people out here dying, like, losing their life over, like, block you don't even know. That shit dead. I'm not trying to be like that. When you got millions, be successful, all that, invest, all that. I'm looking for that. I ain't looking for that.
Right. So me and your dad came up around the same time, We wasn't never like super tight, but I knew who he was and he knew who I was. So we know what that neighborhood could do to you, if you choose a certain lifestyle. So it's a reason like he'd be on top of you the same way I'd be on top of my son, because we know what comes with that lifestyle, right? But unfortunately, a lot of people don't have their dad around like that. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta learn the hard way, kind of like the way we did. And I know we talked a lot about too, right? You got to be careful about what you say in your music. So, like, what goes through your mind when you're making a song, right? Like, how do you put that together? Does the environment that you live in, do you take that into consideration? And maybe you be like, man, I don't even think I want to touch on that. I'm like, you know, I won't bring this up. Like, what's the process?
Like, when I make songs, I just make that shit rhyme. Don't say too much, you know, out of the ordinary stuff, like too much crazy shit. Like, put what's it called? Put that energy out, and I'm not even about the energy. So I just move right, think what I'm about to say, and don't say no dumb shit. Don't put no gang shit in my stuff, none of that. I just keep it PG-13.
Right, man, because, I mean, you just show me sometimes, like, in the comments, right, motherfuckers, they trying to tie you into, like, the neighborhood that you grew up in, and, you know, they under, like, trying to be disrespectful on some shit that they ain't even a part of, right? They just figure, you know, but, you know, people know how the city is, man. Like, if you were from a certain neighborhood, they're gonna try to, like,
right,
label you as something, you know what I'm saying? But, man, we here to let y'all know, like, Dameion is not gang involved at all. You know, he does music. You know, everybody comes from somewhere, and that's about it. You know what I'm saying? So we want to clear that up too, just so people don't get a.
Yeah, I move neutral. I don't move like that. Music and that's it. Keep pursuing my dreams. Be successful as I can be.
You raw as hell, especially for how young you are.
Mm.
But you know how all this shit goes hand in hand with the social media, so people can know about it, right? Because there's a lot of people that don't know about you. And I think it's because, like, you don't really be on social media real heavy, you know what I'm saying? And I think, because there's a lot of bullshit that come with that shit too, being on social media like that. But how do you think you're going to be able to balance that where, like, I feel like you need to be on social media more, but at the same time avoid the bullshit, because, like, that's how people are going to, that's how you're going to expose people to your talent, you know what I'm saying, right now. And so, like, how do you think you're going to accomplish that?
Shit, I'm gonna post a lot more, cause like I didn't have no I didn't have a phone at the time. Like last year, like past 2 years, I didn't have a steady phone. Kept breaking my shit, losing my shit, forgetting passwords, all that. But now I got all my shit together. I'm gonna keep posting more. I'm gonna watch what I post too. I don't be posting no crazy shit, just music and stuff, promoting my stuff. Like, there's gonna be a lot of music coming, a lot of stuff, a lot of art, all that, cover art, so much stuff.
What's one of your favorite verses that you wrote? That's like, to this day, you be like, damn, I snapped on this shit.
I gotta say hard body when I was like, I'm a dog on this bitch. Should've put me on the leash. I'm with that drama on my mama. You want problems, come to me. That shit went crazy. I was like,
that whole verse went crazy.
Shout out DG Product.
They say, Damien, you so bad. You don't know how to act. Ever since you was a little baby, you used to always talk back. They say, Damien, you so handsome, little boy, you drive me crazy. When you get a little older, you think I could have your baby. I'm a dog on this bitch. Should've put me on the leash. I'm with that drama on my mama. You want problems, come to me. And them bullets flying close, man, you would think this shit 3D. Gotta watch my back, I do not wanna end up on TV. And if them coppers get to chasing, taking flight in my Nikes, that nigga, I got hang time. You would think I was my key. That is block, I like a sauna, light this bitch up like Osama. She you scary, don't want drama, want some M's, I want some commas. On this beat, I go berserk, little bitch geekin', she pop the perk. Ho, he don't want it working, that 2-seater make it skirt. Get money, stay out the way, you ain't get it, you brag, you play. I hope I come up one of these years so I can see some brighter days.
Alright, man, so thanks for joining us today. This was The Underground by Love City, man.
thanks for having me. That shit weird.
We on the block, baby. If you ain't shooting with Love City, I don't know who you shooting with.
Told me you was gonna ride with me. Told me you was gonna slide with me. I gave you everything, gave you my all. Told me you was gonna die with me. Fuck you, lied to me. I was so blind to see. You wasn't there even from the beginning. You ain't for no pride in me. I see right through all you hoes. Women, they come and they go. I'm in the kitchen talking to the stove like it's about that time a nigga get in mode. I'm in a mode, I'm out of control. These niggas petty cause I'm up in my glow. R.I.P. Kevin, I heard that from Cone. That shit was so crazy, I'ma drop my phone. Feel so alone, everybody gone. This shit is so wrong, I gotta stay strong. Told me you was gonna ride with me. Told me you was gonna slide with me. I gave you everything, gave you my all. Told me you was gonna die with me. Fuck you, lied to me. I was so blind to see. You wasn't there even from the beginning, you ain't for no pride in me. Watching everybody cause I cannot trust. These niggas ain't cut, ain't nothing like us. He talking crazy, oh yeah, I'ma show him we ain't gotta fight, we ain't gotta fuss. Fuck around, hit him harder than a bus.
now we out of luck, his whole body stuck. That's what you get when you all in my business and all in my way when I'm tryna make a buck. Yeah, get rid of get ugly. Your homie switching for some money, snatching every gold piece that you got off your neck and your homie, that's just how we coming. Voices all in my head, I be humming. I'm chopping bullets, steady drumming. Yo, Hellcat charger, need a new repair. We flipped it and had that boy running. Told me you was gon' ride with me. Told me you was gon' slide with me. I gave you everything, gave you my all. Told me you was gon' die with me. Fuck you, lied to me.